on It's Supernatural. Meet a man that seemed to have it all: fame, fortune, fun. Then one day he discovered the dark side of the New Age that nearly ended his life.
Can ancient secrets of the supernatural be rediscovered? Do angels exist? Is there life after death? Are healing miracles real? Can you get supernatural help from another dimension? Has the future been written in advance? Sid Roth has spent 30 years researching the strange world of the supernatural. Join Sid on this edition of It's Supernatural.
Hello, I'm Janie Duvall. Welcome to my world where it's naturally supernatural. Now you're probably wondering, where is Sid Roth? I'm the co-producer of It's Supernatural, and the tables are turned today. Sid is our guest. We will be finding out how a successful Jewish businessman had absolutely no choice. He was pressed against the wall. He had to investigate the supernatural. How does it feel to sit in that chair?
Strange. But you know what? The presence of God is here. And it doesn't matter where I am, as long as I'm where the presence of God is.
And that's what makes it so fun. Sid, you came from a traditional Jewish background, and both your parents were Jewish.
Yes.
And when you were a little boy, you had this feeling or these words that kept on coming into your head that kept on bothering you. What happened?
Yeah, well, what happened is my parents had a hobby called playing poker. They were gamblers, and they went away every night and left me alone. I remember as a little boy just saying, I wish my parents would come back. I would just say, somehow I thought if I kept saying that, they would come back. I hated being alone at night. And then a thought, I don't know where it came from. I know today where it came from, but I didn't know then where it came from. And the thought was, what happens when you die? And of course, coming from a Jewish background, the Chaim, life, Janie, we don't talk about death. So I figured, even though Judaism believes in life after death, I figured I ceased to exist. So
that's scary.
As a little 6-year-old, my imagination, I tried to think, what would life be like if I didn't exist? And it got so objectionable. Whatever was me, the real me, I wanted it to continue. I didn't want it to stop. And so the thoughts were so horrible that I just blocked it from my mind until many years later. And as you know, I blinked my eyes a few times. I found myself in college. I used to write songs in college.
Right, and you wrote a song that there must be something more.
Right.
And because I worked, eat, sleep, and that's the way it goes. I've got here it is.
You've got it. You've got it. But that was the passion of my heart. I didn't know there was something more, but my heart was saying, there's got to be something more to life. There must be something more. And so I did something. I got a wonderful job at Merrill Lynch. I was college grade, married. Everything, but there's got to be, the song was still going on inside of me. There must be something more. And so I did something I'm not proud of. I left my wife and daughter, and I went searching for that something more.
What did you think the something more was?
I didn't know. That was the problem.
Did you think about God at all?
No. We Jews have it covered. I didn't have to think about God. I mean, but that was the only area I didn't look.
Very interesting.
And but I got into silver mind control.
So what is
New
that?
Age. That's like a meditation course where you lower your brain waves through mental exercise, and you ask a counselor to come inside of you.
Like a spirit guide.
Yeah, like a spirit guide, and this counselor would answer your questions, and the course worked. I was very excited about it.
Now, when you said it worked, what happened that it worked?
Well, they would give me the name of someone, and I would tell them what was wrong with that person. It was amazing. This counselor was telling me things that I had no way of knowing.
So did it help you in your everyday life? What did you feel when that was going on?
Excited.
Wow.
I thought, because remember, there must be some more. I thought that was the something more.
So what was that something more going to give you, that spirit guide?
I don't know. But I was excited because the fact that my goal in life was to become a millionaire by age 30. So somehow that information might make me a millionaire. The millionaire would make me happy. And
give you inside information.
Yeah.
So, but then you started having some believers who believed in Jesus say to you...
You know what's so amazing? God spoke to them and told them to approach me. And they said that what I was involved in, God called an abomination.
Well, didn't that make you mad at them?
Well, they said, look in your own Jewish Bible. And that's what I did, Janie. I looked in Deuteronomy, the 18th chapter, and this is what I found. There shall not be found among thee anyone who causes his son or his daughter to pass through the fire. That's abortion. One who uses divination. That's fortune telling. One who's an observer of the times. That's astrology. Or any enchanter. That's sorcery or omens. Or a conjurer. That's a hypnotist or a witch. Or a charmer. That's someone that casts a magic spell. Or a consultant with familiar spirits. That's a medium or someone using channeling or Ouija boards. Or a wizard. That's a spiritist or a TM or silver mind control, like your Casey, things like that. Or one who inquires the dead. That's seances and channeling. For an abomination unto the Lord are all that do these things. So God was saying in the Torah, if it was from God.
Right. I mean, why would you even believe that?
Well, it scared me a little bit.
Wow.
And so I thought, well, maybe I'll just start reading the scriptures a little bit. And they also gave me a little booklet that I read. It's called The Four Spiritual Laws. And when I read this...
Did you feel anything?
No, nothing. So I figured it didn't work because I felt all sorts of things in the New Age. So I just figured it didn't work. And I went exploring further in the New Age. And as I explored, I was getting deeper and deeper into it. I got into something called astral projection. That's where your spirit leaves your body.
Wow. Now, did you ever go far away from your body?
I was just breaking into it when someone else said to me, you know, once you break into astral projection, every time you go to sleep at night, your spirit leaves your body. And I had the most horrible thoughts that, could you picture being, your spirit goes away, doesn't get back.
No, that would be scary.
You know, I had something that Rod Serling could never have created.
Wow. So, but when you kept on hearing that your spirit would leave your body, did it keep on bothering you, or did you just say, oh, forget about it?
Well, it bothered me, but there wasn't much I could do about it. So then I got a hold of a book called The Jew, the Bible, and the Supernatural. And this book had a different spin than these Christians had. What this book said is it's an abomination for anyone to be involved in these New Age areas. However, it's worse for a Jew. And then it listed famous Jewish people. There was Brian Epstein, the manager of the Beatles.
Right.
All the Beatles went to the Himalayas and went to gurus, but at that time only one died. The Jew, Brian Epstein. It lists one Jew after another that were doing the things I just read about that I was doing. Talk about fear. It was so tangible, I was afraid to go to sleep at night for fear my spirit would leave my body. As a matter of fact, Janie, death, for the first time in my life, looked better than life. Life was just too hard.
You know what? Hold that thought. You may be saying to yourself, I'm fearful. I have things in my life that are absolutely scaring me. When we come back, you're going to find out how a simple prayer, just 2 words, can absolutely change your life forever. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back to It's Super.